Hey, how y'all doing out there? This is Pete over at D.I.Y. Auto School, and what I'm doing, I'm cleaning up some parts on a, you might say, vintage antique car. These are off a 1960 Buick. These are actually the headlight doors, you call them. Beauty rings, headlight rings, whatever. But on the old cars, there was a lot of these pieces that were painted, and then of course they would have the chrome trim, if you look right here, okay, that accented everything that was painted. So what I'm doing, I'm cleaning up all the dirt and the grime in here that our faithful guy that sanded them down didn't do, and I'm finishing his job. But that's not really why we're here. The reason we are here, though, is about clear coat. And the reason that we decided to come in and talk about clear coat usage while I'm doing this is because the problem that we have is that how much clear coat can we put on a car, my friend Pete? How much clear does it take to get that deep, high gloss show car quality shine?
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Since I was working on this piece right here that goes to the desk that I'm building, the 1960 model Buick LeSabre desk, I had a fuck up and had to go ahead and apply an extra coat, because when I paint these cars, I put 3 full wet coats of clear on there. 3 full wet coats, and then I stop. And there's a reason for that, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. Let me finish getting these ready, because, you know, I'm only here working by myself, and, you know, I got to work and talk and think and do 10 different other fucking jobs all at once. So, you know, let me finish this up. I got to get all this dirt out of here because I'm getting ready to put the sealer on them and put the final color and clear coat on them to finish them out. And we don't want no dust or trash when we're painting. Okay, those are ready to go ahead and put in the paint booth. Now, what we're talking about clear coat. I'm sure a lot of people have heard, hey man, you need to go ahead and, you know, put 3 coats of clear on, then color sand it down and put 3 more coats of clear on. Hell, when you're done, go ahead and sand it down one more time and then put 1 more coat of clear on it. Well, that's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit, because in reality, the more paint that you put on your car and the more material you put on the car, the softer the finish is going to be. Okay, in reality, what the situation is, it's the less material that you can put on your car, the longer it's going to last. Now, if you look behind me, this is the desk that we're building, and we're almost to the end of this desk, and there's going to be a full 100% video set on this that's from start to finish. This is the Buick that my friend Pete and PJ the Sailor Boy and Cajun Ed went and got in Shreveport, Louisiana. And I told everybody I was going to make car furniture out of that car. Of course, you know, you always get your hardcore classic car collectors that even if it's a big pile of shit and it's a 4-door and all the glass is broken out and the floors are completely rotted and the wire harness is junk and the motor's locked up and the rear end's a piece of shit and all the front suspension's bad, that you should keep the car. You should go ahead and keep it and restore it, even though it's an old pile of shit 4-door. My theory is, no, you shouldn't keep it. But what you should do is restore what you can on the vehicle to preserve the history of America, you might say. So what I've done here, is I have made a custom desk, just like my friend Pete's desk. And we are on the last stages of finishing it up. So if you look at it, you can see that it's painted Corvette orange. I went ahead and painted it Corvette orange. And before we go any further, I want to go ahead and pull the hood outside, because we really got to see this paint job outside to get the full effects of it. Of course, now that I pulled it outside, exactly right when I pulled it outside, the sun decided to go behind the clouds, so we can't get the full. Okay, here it comes now. Let's see if we can get the effects of it. Now what I did, I added prismatic pearl to this. Let's look at it and see what it looks like before the sun goes behind the clouds again. So as I take my camera and we move with the paint job, you can see the sparkle, the prismatic look that the paint has got in it, and the quality of the paint job that went in to putting this type of material on the vehicle itself. What we got the bright Corvette orange, and then we got to the clear coat. Of course, before the clear coat, we went ahead and put the prismatic pearl on it, and it really came out nice. But the situation we have is it really didn't come out that nice, and it's going to take a lot of extensive wet sanding to, you might say, fix the situation we have. What is the situation? Why have I been talking for 6 minutes and 52 seconds telling you something? Because I'm building up to the point that I'm trying to fucking make here. Now, if we stand back, way back here, we can see that it really came out nice, and it really looks great. But as we walk closer to it and we really start getting up on top of it, what we are going to notice is that the finish has a very dull look to it. And when I say dull, you can see in the camera, hold on here, there we go. You can see in the camera what I'm talking about here. Let me try to get it up here at my view, and maybe you can see that. You can see the rough dullness that we got going on here. Why is it dull like that if I'm a professional painter and that should have laid down like glass, putting 3 full wet coats of clear on it, Pete? Why should it look like that? And the easy answer to give you on that is that I put too much clear on the paint. I'm sorry to say, but with today's technology and the materials that are produced today, it does not take any more than 3 coats of clear to make your car or possibly your desk a high quality paint job. What happens is when you apply your 3 full wet coats of clear, all right, that is basically the standard of refinishing a car. A lot of clears only require 2 coats of clear and no more than that, because what happens is when you apply more than 3 coats, I had to put 4 coats on this. There was no way out of it. What happened is I went ahead and applied the 3rd coat of clear, and I ran out of clear coat. All right, I was down to the very end of it, and it started getting dry on me, and I didn't have no hardener, so I had to run to the store as fast as I could, go get some more hardener, bring it back over here, and then I had to put another coat of clear on top of it. Before I added the 4th coat, it was like a mirror finish. And what happens is when you add more than what the manufacturer requires and what the manufacturer tells you to do, okay, they're doing that for a reason. And what it's going to do, it's going to start reacting, and now instead of holding the retention of the gloss that it's supposed to hold, now what happens is that it's doing a reverse chemical reaction to it and it's starting to shrink. It's starting to shrink down and turn dry on you. You can go ahead and let that dry and put 3 more coats of clear on it, and it ain't going to do nothing. It's even going to get worse. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? So what I have to do to bring that finish back to what it is I will have to color sand that and buff it. Naturally, I would do that anyway, but since I went ahead and put 4 coats of clear on it, I didn't have no choice. It's going to take me twice as long, because not that the clear shrinks down and turns dull on you, but it also gets harder faster, and you got to wait longer before you can do anything. Because if I would have color sand and buffed this the day after I painted it, which that's usually what I do, the process of drying is still taking effect, if that makes any sense. And what I'm trying to say by that is that you might come back a week later and it will be dull again. Adding more clear to something that the manufacturer requires you to only use so much clear is just going to give you more work and more pains in the asses and more extreme saying, fuck this shit, rah, 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 rah. Do you understand what I'm saying? And just piss you off more and more and more. So I will not be color sanding, buffing that. I painted that 2 days ago. I will probably wait 2 to 3 more days because I want to make sure that is 100% thoroughly dry, because I added another coat of clear to the paint job that the manufacturer does not require you to do. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, if somebody tells you to put 3 coats of clear on, color sand it, put 2 more coats of clear on, and all this other bullshit, don't fucking do it. Don't do it, because the supplies and the technology that we have today does not require you to fucking do all that. Even the cheap, inexpensive fucking clear, all right, which is even worse to use than the high expensive shit, all right, just because it's cheap and the money is cheaper to spend on it, there are still limitations that qualify you to use that product, all right? I don't use cheap materials. I don't use cheap imitation bullshit. I use top quality materials when I refinish something, because my name is on it. If I use the cheap shit, it's just going to come back and bite me in the ass, and I'll have to redo it anyway. So my advice, when you spray clear, go by the manufacturer's recommendations, not the guy at the car show that didn't even paint his car in the first place and paid somebody $100,000 to do it for him and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because that guy, he might tell you that it's got 10 coats of clear on it, but that's just because the lame brain body shop that painted his car told him that, and in reality, it's only got 3 coats of clear. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So, take my friend Pete's advice, or tell my friend Pete to fuck off. I don't give a shit one way or the other. It's my experience, okay? It's my learning from my fuck-ups that are helping you get ahead in life. I fucked up, I gotta pay the price. Take my advice, learn from the videos, nurture the videos, and you will not have a problem like my friend Pete has right here. We'll see you later. Take it easy, and watch D.I.Y. Auto School, not just for the lectures such as this one here, but for the inside tech tips, for the hands-on, experience. Okay? That's what it's all about over here, and that's what my friend Pete is here for, is to make sure you do it right and learn from my fuck-ups to make you the smarter person. We'll see you later. Take it easy, and be watching for this beautiful desk when we're done with it. It's going to be a real killer. And everybody out there that saw the videos on YouTube channel SWRNC about me and my boy going and picking this car up and saying, hey, fuck you, you need to restore that car, rah, rah, rah. You're full of fucking shit, pal. Take it easy. We'll see you later, and I got to get to work. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got done painting something black, and I got black. Yeah, it's a fucking bitch. I got to get some shit painted here. I got to paint those headlight rings today. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.